It's been such a long time since I saw you. Tell me, how long has it been? I'm so glad to see you, 'cause I really love you. Y'all are my only friends. Me for you, you for me. Oh, listen, baby. I've been missing you. Hey, people. Lord, it seems like forever. It seems like forever since I've been online. Hi, people. What are we going to talk about? I want to talk about, I just saw TS Madison being interviewed by this guy, Jason Carter. I was not familiar with him. Apparently, he does celebrity interviews. And TS Madison now is releasing their show. It's going to, I think it airs February, right around the middle part of February. So she's out promoting the show. So Madison, she was filming her show at the same time as this other people over here were filming show. I'm trying to figure out, why is she now finished and airing in a couple of weeks, and we can't even talk about show. What the hell is the secret? I saw Salt and Pepper. Hey, let me put this in here. I just saw Salt and Pepper. The whole damn movie is up on YouTube. Let me see if they'll let me put this in the thing here. I don't know if this lady is legit or what, but she's showing the whole movie. I thought the movie was upcoming. So y'all see that link I just placed? If y'all want to see the Salt and Pepper movie right now, you can see it. I don't know if it's even aired on Lifetime yet. Has it? Or is it upcoming? Anyway, there it is. This lady is airing it, the whole thing, on her show. At least it's 2 hours. I don't know how it could be anything less than the whole thing. Yes, it has aired. Okay. So you probably get better quality than if you go to on demand and just watch it on Lifetime. I haven't seen it yet. But they're out talking about their show, promoting their show. And they've been working on these things about the same amount of time. What's the problem, honey? But particularly, they'll say, well, they're further along. When we get ready to release show, even if it's 5 years from now, we'll do promotion as well. We'll do a promotional tour. That's what they'll say. But at the same time, TS Madison was filming her show at the exact same time. We don't have a trailer. We don't have a microorganism. We don't have shits. I'm curious about the show because when I left Atlanta, they told me, oh, we're going to be releasing a trailer in a few days. Look at about 3 weeks. We should have a trailer out. So I'm trying to figure out, we're having to show. We're not even allowed to talk about it. We should at least know by now what the hell it is. Now, Madison tells us all the details about what the show covers, the whole experience of the show. I'm trying to figure out, why is this one got to be such a secret over here? Y'all don't like us talking about it. You should never called our numbers then. You should have left us alone, left us dormant, honey, and we would have no interest in the outcome of show. Right? Hi, y'all. I think I wanna shoot, baby, shoot, share do, do. I used to love that song. No, I'm not being nasty. That was the lyrics to Salt and Pepper song. How are y'all doing on this morning, honey? Okay, this afternoon. Hi, Frida Gross. And Sharon Morrison and Almond Brown. Hi. I'm only talking about show because I can't figure out what else there is to talk about. Every morning I get up and say, okay, what they talking about? So I guess the Fine Monster, them girls that went to sleep, and the people who usually provoke me to speak are not speaking, so I don't have anything to talk about. Nothing really going on, unless you go and try to pull all that politics shit apart. It's so much. It's just so much, honey. Now I know the ladies on here, they're all arguing with each other, so I said, well, let me keep my ass out of that. It ain't got nothing to do with me. So I didn't follow their story. So the only thing left is show. Congratulations to Miss T.S. Madison. Her show's going to be out middle of February. Apparently, it sounds like a biopic, but she says that it has potential of becoming a series. So we'll at least get one season, and then I guess they build from there. So congratulations to her. Y'all can go over there and see her. She's with Jason Carter. I never heard of him. But apparently, he interviewed a lot of celebrities. Mm-hmm. Natitia, how you doing? Mm-hmm. Deshaun, y'all got to explain why do we as African Americans have to have these unusual names? Is it because we're trying to preserve our African American heritage, or we just like to be different? Or actually, it wouldn't be up to us; it would be up to our parents what they decided to name us, right? But y'all know y'all come up with other names for online. Online, we always. I guess Natasha is pretty easy. But some of us people, we struggle. Deshaun Jackson, psych major. Hi, psych major. I know you. Not none of these names. Okay, now see here. Okay. Okay. Leela Dunmorlia. Leah Dunmorlia. Hi, Leah Dunmore. I can't. We just call you Leah. Hi, Leah. Mm-hmm. Some of the names very clever. I'm struggling with in my novel. I'm trying to come up with a name. You know what's happening? As I'm writing my novel, every time I put a name in there, I then run across the name. It's already somebody else's name, or there's already their handle, whatever. Like one of my primary character, evil villain in the story. His name was something called the Exposer or something like that. Yeah. Anyway, then I found out that's the name that Rick Reed uses. So I had to go and change that name. And it's happened several times. So you got to really, I guess, research your name, Sonny, before you use them. Yes, it has aired. Okay, I'm gonna watch it on TV then. I don't want to watch it. This girl is just broadcasting. I did put the link in there though. Let me put it in again. I guess you can do that. I don't know. They won't even let us play a song. So I don't know how she's getting away with playing a whole movie. But I don't know all the rules. Okay, I met one conscious in. My name is Nigerian. All right, Nigerian. We can get that one. We know that one, honey. Can't pronounce mine. Okay. Netitia. I can pronounce that. It's like Nefertiti. Netitia. Okay. So what else is going on here? I see that it's not only dry for me. I see people on here coming after people that they don't necessarily have to. People are comparing body parts and sizes to parents and things. What's wrong with people? Anything to kick it off, get a little excitement going. People, I know I'm not innocent, but people really got this fat shaming thing on YouTube. It's not so bad when we're all, basically we're all overweight a little bit. But if somebody is really big and they got a real problem with their weight, I don't know that it's funny to pick on that person. I mean, there's so much stuff. The person, if they're on every day, surely there's something else about this person other than how much they weigh. It just seems so demoralizing to me. And it seems like it's just fat shaming and it's wrong. That's my opinion. Now I will call certain people, out of their name. So I know this thing is a lot about name calling and all that kind of stuff. But that bugs the shit out of me. I can't watch it. I said, look, these just like these little brats from school. Hell, they just grew up and got to be older brats. Ask our parents. I don't know. Luana Simmons, I guess. Well, I mean, I can understand that Black people want to have something for themselves, something unique to themselves, to their own culture. That's the way I explain it whenever some white person asks me, why they use those names? They're never going to get hired. I said, well, maybe that's their way of expressing themselves to stand out. Everything has not got to be being just like you. Our whole life is not about imitating you. It's bad enough we're using your hair. Everybody's got to wear hair that resembles yours. What are we supposed to, whatever. That's a big conversation. We need to leave it alone. Show. That's right, Lena. I'm trying to figure out if they've been recording the same amount of times. Why isn't there anything produced? As the show, we can't even know what the hell the show about. I mean, goddamn. Can't you just come and say what's this and show is about? It's a game show. Or can't you say show? This is well, they say it's a reality show, but it bears no resemblance to a reality show. Although technically you could call all of it a reality show if there's no script, right? But it's not what we've been referring to as a reality show. If you guys watch HGTV, y'all like the little home videos, that's also reality TV. Anything that's not scripted is a reality show, right? But I think these people should let us know something by now. I mean, goddamn. What's it, a year and a half they started the thing? It's all a big secret. My feeling is there's nothing to talk about. Didn't take off. Now, they might still have some material that they need to put together. But when I was there in Atlanta, they had a whole film crew. I mean, even if those guys were students, it seems like they should be working all this time because they were all saying to each other, oh, we got that. Oh, that's going to be good. We got this. So the crew, they seem to be excited, and Ty seemed to be excited about what footage they were actually getting. So y'all know my guess is still a documentary type thing. But a series, what does that mean? Does that mean 3 episodes? Or does that mean a whole ongoing television series? More than likely, if it is a documentary, you don't have documentaries with 13 episodes. A documentary is generally, 1, 2, or 3. I think I better shoot, baby, shoot, share do, shoot, share do, shoot, share do, do, shoot, there do. I am gonna watch that movie. As soon as I get off here, I'm gonna watch that movie. Tamar Braxton, she had announced the damn thing, filmed the motherfucking thing, talked all the way through it, presented it. It's canceled. She went through all that in the time it takes them to put together one goddamn show. Hers come on the air and went off the air in that amount of time. TS Madison show is being carried by WeTV. Well, that was one of the names we floated for this show. We're trying to understand what all the secrecy is about. All this, you can't say anything about it and all this kind of stuff. We're trying to say, have you got anything? Or are you trying to develop something? Or maybe the producers don't even know what it is themselves. Maybe we're doing this thing as we go, honey. Then COVID came along and then put the brakes on stuff. Sup, Mr. Tim? Hey, how you doing? Terja Von Trail? How you doing, Terja Von Tira? No, it's not Tira. Well, it could be. Depends on how you pronounce it, because you could not pronounce the Y. It could be Tira Von Trail. Von Trail's nice. Let me see. I've been watching you for a while. I stay in your business commentary. Thank you, Sophia. We just here to kick it today because I've been waiting for some material to come along, but I don't see it. I don't see any, honey. You can always go and insert yourself in other people's business, but do you really want to do that? Hey, a view is a view. How you doing? Thumbs up the video, please. Hi, Elaine Berry. So do y'all feel that y'all will still want to keep this show a secret and then have a big unveil at some point? Or do you think that you will have lost interest by the time you have a show? Do you think they should be teasing you to keep you interested? Or should people be saying something about show just to have it interesting? I mean, the whole time that they were filming TS Madison shows, they were dropping hints and lugs about the show, right? So people could anticipate it. We not only we're not getting no trailer or nothing like that, but we're not getting anything. Not even the people involved in it. Not even telling us what the show is. I think people, they could lose interest. You can't stretch things out for 2 and 3 years, honey. You talking about some goddamn thing. How excited are they going to be 2 years from now? How is Queenie? Oh, that's Queenie. Good. How you doing, boy? How you doing, Queenie? Come over here. Ding dong. Bring your bum over here. Bring your bum over here. Say hello. Did it, but he did it. Leave me alone, baby. Look over there. Where you going? Look over there. There you go. See that face? He's enjoying. You see, he got a new blanket. The new blanket is, of course, Five Baby take credit for that. But it's like a velveteen corduroy thing, a winter blanket, right? And his little paws. Let me see. Well, I don't know. He's been scratching on it since I got it. So hopefully he's not going to scratch a whole damn hole in it. But his little paws like that feeling of that. I saw it on Facebook. I couldn't resist. It's on Facebook. What's the name of the company? Home. A Comfortable Life. They got a big yellow one on there. I kept going back to it and going back to it and going back to it. So let me see. They say Salt and Pepper movie is 3 hours long. That's much too long for me. Okay, we'll watch it in pieces, Indie Cakes. Like I saw this woman who I put her link in there who's playing it on YouTube, but her film is 2 hours. So is that why she's able to play it, because she's not playing the whole thing? I don't know. So do they play 3 hours at one time, or is it in two parts? Maybe it's in part 1 and part 2. We got to go see. They were great. One of them, as an adult woman, she looks pretty conservative. She looks like a church lady. And the other one is still kind of hip hop looking. Distant love. What in the hell? It's funny how songs come up into your head, right? I like to spit them out. Okay, here's my next song. Distant love. You love her, you love her, you love her. Ooh, how can you break my heart? No, so mean and cruel. Didn't you know, sugar, that every moment that I spent with you, I treasured them like it was precious jewel. Sometimes I yearn through the day. Timothy, what the hell they got to do with what you're talking about? Nothing at all, honey. It's just a song popped up. If I don't verbalize them, they disappear. I can't remember. 3 hours because of commercials. Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So we're getting an hour of commercials. Is that the film is actually 2 hours? Well, 2 hours is still pretty good. I mean, it's pretty good. A lot of things we watch is only an hour, so we're only getting 40 minutes of the actual show. Salt gained a lot of weight, and Pepper she has plastic surgery. I didn't pick up on all that. I just said, well, then the one lady looks so conservative. She looks like she's going to church. Of course, we all grow up, we can't stay kids forever. They were so cute with their little oversized outfits and things. Is it snowing? No, it's never snowed here. I think it snowed in California one time since I've been here. I've been here 30-some years. I think I saw snow here. I know it got very, very cold a couple of winters. But even when it snowed, it was just a drizzle. But if you go a couple of hours up into the mountains, then they have snow-capped mountains. They ski on them. WeTV has paid a lot of money for a marketing plan. That's why. Okay, they've paid a lot of money, but this guy doesn't seem like he's all that big. This guy, Jason Carter, he's only got like less than 3,000 subscribers. So she's making the rounds. She may be making the professional rounds and also making the YouTube rounds, to speak to her own people. It was interesting. It sounds like it's going to be about her life story, her whole, which they need that to people to help the people to understand what a transgender person is. RuPaul is just the pageantry and the contest, but they're going to go into Madison's life and how she evolved to be the person she is now. It might be very interesting. I'll definitely be watching that. And then my favorite show coming on, one of my favorite shows coming on. I loved Greenleaf. That's done, but they're going to play. What? This is crazy. I haven't had a brain freeze in a while. Queen Sugar. They started advertising that this week. So it'll be back in the middle of February as well. So apparently some things are getting released in February. But I will review Queen Sugar. I don't get a lot of viewership from that, but I really love doing it, following that story. Because when you're reviewing it, it makes you follow it, right? So I know those characters real well. They started playing the trailers in the last couple of days, this weekend. Lard and butter. Whoa, what the hell? Not salt and pepper, it's lard and butter. I gotta see it snowed today here in IE. Where's IE? In Victorville. In the IE. In Victorville. I don't know where Victorville is, huh? More like, why you being that way? Snoop, stay doop. They even made a song about you. Snoop, stay doop. I'm in the desert in Cali. You getting all this news they're talking about California, key to key? They're saying that people are moving out of California in droves. They said coincident after they started this coronavirus, after we all started getting locked down, they all had to work from home and all that. They're realizing that because the country was already moving in the direction of people working from home, at least part-time, right? Now they see that they have been able to perform their jobs, at least the tech companies, Facebook, Google, Twitter, and all these places. They see that they're able to perform their job from home successfully without them coming into the office at all because of the circumstances, right? So now people are saying, well, hell, I can go and live in a big house if I move to Seattle some damn where. I guess they're running the prices up there too, but there's a massive exodus from California. Well, then, I mean, the rent and the mortgage situation here was so horrible that it had to bottom out. Something had to happen anyway, right? So I don't know that it's necessarily a bad thing for California because the damn rents and is so high here that they could stand a correction. And it looks like the correction is people are actually moving out. You can rent a U-Haul moving out a lot cheaper than you can moving in. Wait a minute. Moving in costs the most money? No, it don't cost nothing to move in, but it costs a whole lot to move out or something like that. Anyway, we're being affected. It's not affecting me personally. But all these tech people that rush to California, I mean, if they left, it's not like it's going to hurt California. You might lose some revenue, tax revenue, stuff like that from these big companies. But the big ones, they're all still here. Your business has been closed for a while. I'm sorry. Yeah, I can imagine. I even feel sorry for some of these landlords. I mean, we're people like us, we're going to care more about the tenants being evicted in a situation like this, a situation that they can't help, no fault of their own. But you have to also think about the landlords. If they're not collecting rent all this time, if they ain't collecting, and some people, they say they're not even having a hardship. They're still working on their job, but they're taking advantage of this no eviction. I would say be cautious, people. Be cautious because, first of all, after this thing is over with, you're going to owe these people all that money they deferred, apparently. And secondly, you still don't want to have no evictions on your record. It's going to make it very hard for you to find another place. These people see how hard it is to get rid of people in their apartments, right? After they rented them, I watched some sad stories today of these elderly people who have worked their whole lives. They have bought properties, rental properties, and now they have depended on the rental properties for their retirement, right? Because basically, I can tell you from my own testimony, you really need to do something other than Social Security in order to make it. So they have invested in real estate. Now people are not paying rent, but the mortgage is still due on the property. Or even if the property is paid for, they still got to pay taxes on the property, they still got to do the upkeep. And they're not getting income that they counted on for their retirement. So it's pretty ugly on both sides. Hi, perfect tier. Okay, perfect. Tira. Oh, Tira. Is that simple? Okay, Tira. Hi, Tira. We learned that lesson. Thank you, Tira, for the super chat. I appreciate you. Yeah, people. If people have a time pronouncing your name, it's nothing wrong with just sound it out. I'm not the only one that's half crazy. It's getting like that in here in Georgia. It's getting like that here in Georgia. Like what, Medusa? Oh, Jesus Christ. Medusa. Yeah, Medusa. Okay. So I saw Walter Lee Hampton doing it. He likes to do sometimes videos on Atlanta. He don't really like Atlanta, but he likes the real estate following that. And he was talking about the mortgage was so outrageous. And he was saying, oh, a house was from $300,000 to $500,000. Oh, it's outrageous. Oh, we can never keep up. It's got to have a turnaround or some shit. Like I said, girl, $300,000. You couldn't even buy this shit. Excuse me, baby, apartment. You couldn't even buy this for $300,000 in San Francisco. You couldn't buy a one-bedroom apartment. You can't buy nothing for $300,000. They do have programs where you can get a below market rate unit, but people wait on those lists for 10 years just to get a house that they can afford to buy, and they still got to pay taxes on it. So it brings the and the HOA, it brings it back up to outrageous, you know. But anyway, so he was talking about Atlanta. That's still pretty reasonable, honey. When I went to Atlanta, I was impressed by all of the beautiful construction they have there. It looked like a new place. They took us through the neighborhoods, of course, because these houses were located in suburbs. But I was able to see some downtown as well. It's gorgeous there, beautiful. You know, if I were in a position to try to buy something, I probably would go somewhere like Atlanta. If all you got to pay is $300,000 or three, that's still cheap compared to what we're hearing about here. Of course, it's all too high for me. High rent, and they say that San Francisco, the rent has went down 30%. And right before this Corona happened, there was a building boom in San Francisco, right? We have been talking for 5 years about how high the rent was. The rent is too damn high, right? Because the city was built in all these 1 and 2 and 3 story buildings, and all these people were moving to the Bay Area, and they had a housing shortage, right? So they started building all of these condos and apartment buildings, high rises, huge high rises, and then Corona hit. And a lot of those buildings that they built are sitting empty. The condominium buildings and also just the rental properties in high-rise buildings. So they have to compete now. So now where the rent was $4,000 a month, and I'm talking about an apartment this size, $4,000 a month is dropped by 32% or something like that. Because they have to compete with each other, try to fill all these buildings up. 3,000 is a mansion here in Atlanta, right? 3,000, you probably live pretty decent. 300 is it 3? Oh, you trying to say 300,000? Or 3,000 a month? I'm sure it's a whole lot better than here. My house was $289, but if I lived in LA, it would be $500,000. Oh, definitely. Oh, it'd be more than that. You can't buy no house in LA for $500,000. Oh no, honey. You have to go into the hood to get a house in LA. California, I think pretty much all over California is $1 million. You get a house in the suburbs. I mean, if it's any kind of decent house, you can find some of the older houses maybe, but you have to go into the hood. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you'll be amazed, Kitty. Go over there to Craigslist and look at houses on or one of these housing companies in LA. Now they say that LA was not as bad as San Francisco, but San Francisco is such a small little space, so it's easy to we can sum things up pretty much here because we have such a small. It's only 7 by 7 miles, right? But LA is massive. I mean, it goes on when you're driving going from San Francisco, you go up into the air for maybe 15 minutes, and all the rest of it is descent into LA. Ain't that something? All the rest of your trip, the whole trip is, I think, is about an hour or 40-something minutes. Most of it is descending into LA, and it's all suburbs. They're all connected. So many of them are separate cities, but it's all part of the metropolis of Los Angeles. So it's hard to say what something costs in LA. I think is what I'm saying. $300,000 you can get you a mansion in Atlanta. I saw they're living pretty good over there. I said, them people couldn't all be rich. God damn. So that's what's happening here. People are realizing, okay, if I can live anywhere, if I can do all my work on my computer, maybe I'll go in once a month to the office. Why shouldn't I go and get me a mansion in Atlanta? Or when all I can do here is a studio apartment or 1-bedroom apartment. It makes perfectly good sense to me. The world is changing. This damn technology is changing everything. Peter, you house shopping now? Okay, in Atlanta. I think they make a little less money in Atlanta, but not that much less. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's still a better lifestyle. Most places you live better. If you, honey, unless you have a whole lot of money, most places in the United States you can live better than living in New York City or most of California. But if you don't have any children, you have that option. If you don't need a lot of space. A lot of people they move here, and then when they start having, or they get married or start having kids, if you start having 2 kids, honey, you got to move out. So they go further and further into the suburbs because you can't do it. You can't do it. You can't live a whole family in a studio apartment. It can't be done. So it becomes primarily a single person's town, or people who have money who can afford it, or people who have lived here a long time, because we do have rent control. So a lot of the people that are my age who own property here have been here a very, very long time, or they have rented here a long time because they've had rent control. So their rent is still pretty low. But just moving in here, you got to make money. I look like a dude, but you're a chick not pretending to be a man and a baby daddy 5. Baby, that's too much for me to prime. I don't understand what you're saying. Let me speak to this into existence about these homes. Father, can you hear? Hey, Father, can you hear me? Right. So I imagine in Atlanta, you could probably get a house for a little less than $300,000 even. You know, if they're competing with each other now because of the slow market. No, I'm Cali. They laugh at me on here for having any kind of housing or any kind of income. I mean, any kind of subsidy. They make fun of me. I'll sit back and laugh at them, honey. The fuck are you laughing about, bitch? It's hard to do, honey. You can come here, and if you make $130,000 a year, that's the median income that's required. You can get Section 8 here and make $98,000. Ain't that something? You make $98,000 a year, and you are below poverty rate. So let's hope it does go down a little bit more. They said 30%, though. I don't know if that includes the whole city or just these high rises that are competing with each other. And then the newer the buildings, the smaller the apartments get. They're getting really, really small, really tight, honey. Where the damn, I mean, you look at a high rise, you think, okay, that's a wealthy person because they're able to live in a high rise. That's not the truth. I have friends live in high rises, honey, And a lot of those apartments are studio apartments and small, and with the kitchen in the living room. There's just a whole lot of people live there, but don't assume. And they ain't cheap either. I was from Bay Area, went to visit family even in Oakland, rent way up. Yep, in the slums. I love to move it to Louisiana. Live good. Okay. So Grammy love too. Basically saying she used to live here. She brought up here in Bay Area, and even the rent in Oakland. Now they'll say Oakland because they always want to associate Oakland with ghettos and so forth. I don't know. Rappers give them that reputation, but it's really a very small part of Oakland that is even in the hood. Most of Oakland is very nice areas built in the hills, and people that run from San Francisco have run to Oakland, so those prices go up. Now they say they're moving to Seattle and Portland, Oregon, and those prices are jumping up. So I guess if you can make a move, it's a good time to make it. If you're gonna be on the West Coast, landlords raising prices to make up for what they lost. Good luck to them landlords. They were showing some really pitiful cases on I don't know what program. I mean, all you gotta do is put rent wars or whatever. But a lot of those old people, I mean, they don't even have the energy to be fighting all these people, these evictions. When there's a moratorium on eviction, they can't throw them out, and the people weren't even paying rent before the damn pandemic. They're just taking advantage of it, and they're just out. I guess they just live on the Social Security till this thing is over. But it's hard to get people out of your property, even under normal circumstances. So consider that, if you're going to consider that to be your retirement. Back in the day, people used to own a lot of properties, a lot of apartment buildings and things. If you could own yourself 5 or 6 apartments, that was your retirement, honey. That's what you would live on. So it's bad all around, honey. Yeah, it's expensive, Shell Whitfield. Me, myself, I got it made, honey. Although I waited a long time. God damn. I waited a long time, people. They qualified me as a disabled person. They did that damn near 25 years ago. Then it took me 10 years just to get to Section 8. 10 years of being qualified, being on the list for 10 years, right? And then it took me another 3.5 years to be up in here. It took me basically 15 years to get in this apartment. So when people want to make fun, oh, you got this, you got that, it wasn't easy, bitch. Get your ass in line, wait your turn, or figure out a different way to do it. You can also come here and make $300,000 a year. You can do it that way. Oh, yes, but these are the retired years. You get here, then 2 years later, you drop dead. So get moving, baby. Behind the on, you still working? Exhausted trying to work these hours. Oh, well, we know Nicole Reloaded works. I would love to be working. Shit. And I would love to be giving me a $2,000 or $3,000 a month check. That would be nice, but it's just not my reality, But yeah, wherever you're at in life, enjoy where you're at, honey. Nothing is secure. Nothing. What's the song? I believe the children are the future. No, the other song is everything must change. Ooh. Nothing and no one ever stays the same. There are not many things in life you can be sure of, except the rain and the sun and hummingbirds do fly. Appreciate where you are. Enjoy it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We are so blessed to be working through the pandemic. Neither one of us missed a check. Oh, it's wonderful. It's wonderful, Shell. What do y'all think about people in these vaccinations, though? Because they have all this big problem with vaccinations and having all these vaccines that are not being dispersed. I mean, junkies get high every day, honey. We ain't go to no classes to get high. It's not that hard to administer a shot. Particularly, these people are not even registered where you got to pull blood or anything. So why do you got to have registered nurses only? And they say they have dentists now doing. You got to have a doctorate to give a shot. I guess pharmacists can do it, but I think they have to expand who can actually administer a shot. You could probably learn how to do a shot in a couple of courses, I would think. That seems to be a big problem now. They have the vaccine. They need more, but they have the vaccine, and they don't have enough people to administer it or enough places. It should be everywhere. Anyway, my point was, I think a lot of people, when I had that surgery, that cancer surgery recently, they gave me a whole package of shots where I had to shoot it in. The medicine was in the needle, and I had to shoot it in my stomach twice a day to get off of blood thinners so they could do the surgery, right? But I didn't have no damn nursing degree to do that, right? They showed me one time. You hit it right here. Push it in. Okay, that's done. So I don't know. We have to overwork these people in a medical field. They could probably qualify a lot more people. And a lot more volunteers to do that. You was not going to take the vaccine before? Well, I'm glad you changed your mind, honey. I think I will end up getting it this summer. Right. We all going to have to take it. So we can stay here and kick and scream and all this kind of stuff. But unless you want to just stay in your house forever, you're going to have to take the vaccine, honey. We need everybody to get vaccinated. Oh, somebody fell out. Girl, amongst 1 million people, one person fell out. Is that what you're using? That's your metric? 2 people in Australia, oh, they had a reaction. There could be a reaction to almost any medication, even the vaccines we've been getting. They always tell you, okay, go sit in the waiting room. You can't leave for 15 minutes or something like that. So people have always fallen off from reactions to drugs. So far, it doesn't seem like it's all that much. I will definitely, as soon as they tell me I can take it, I can take it. I have an MRI. I have an MRI this week. So maybe they'll offer it to me then. I'm not quite ancient enough. I'm 62. I think they're up to 75 now. They're starting with the people. They did all of the medical people. Now they're doing people with 75 years old. But I don't know. We'll see. The moment they say I can take it, I'm taking it. I don't believe in all that shit, all these spooky, gooky thoughts and all this stuff. All these millions of people that took it, and 2 of them fell out, and that's why you don't want to take it. I'm not judging you. Many people, you ain't alone, honey. Whole lot of people are skeptical about taking vaccines, but not me. This is Shell Whitfield. Many employers are going to require their workforce to be vaccinated. People that say they won't take it might not have a choice. Well, I mean, it's only fair. I mean, how are you going to say, I'm not going to take the drug? I'm going to go to my job and I'm going to expose everybody on the damn job because I've been to the store, I've been to the shoe parlor, I've been everywhere, and I'm not wearing a mask, I'm not taking no shot, but I'm going to expose my whole workforce with this virus. Is that fair to the other people? Can it only be our own protecting our own self? Is that what it's about? Isn't that what all those people who won't wear a mask? Isn't that what we saw example of all these Trump rallies and people all in the White House? They don't wear no mask, and then the whole half the damn White House is coronavirus positive. I take my vaccine tomorrow morning. Oh, okay, Lady Knuckles. Lady Knuckles. Lady Knuckles, did your husband give you that name? Girl. Whatever ways my mama used to discipline us as little kids, I used to call it meteorizers. She would take her knuckles and she would put it in her brain. So that makes you that way you would understand what she was saying, honey. She was also a Lady Knuckles. I don't think she ever had the name, however. Already took the vaccine? Steve Austin, are you dead? You got to walk around a little more confident knowing that you're taking the vaccine at least. You've done your part. It's like wearing a mask. You know, you've done your part, honey. This is what I can do. Protect myself and my family. And not only my family, but all the people who come in contact with me. Mm-hmm. Choop share do. Mm-hmm. Only RNs and higher can administer. Mm-hmm. Only RNs and higher can administer medicine. Well, that's the problem, though. Behind the throne. That's why they have all this vaccine and they can't get it into the people because so few people are qualified to give a shot. But what I was saying was, giving a shot is not all that, honey. I mean, we don't want to give homeless people a needle and say shoot people up. But if a person can go to whatever kind of trainings, if it's 1 or 2 trainings, I mean, it doesn't take that much. Like I said, when they show me how to shoot myself in the stomach and all that, it's just a person sitting down with you for a minute and showing you how to do it. People can be trained to do that. I mean, people who are qualified in other things can do that. People can volunteer a couple of hours and do that. I mean, it's like wartime. 2 shot pays 2 weeks apart. Okay, so Steve Austin, you got your first shot. I've heard people on here saying they've gotten both of them. They seem perfectly fine. I will wait. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, I'm not going. We'll all have to go eventually. Don't y'all take shots anyway? Don't you take flu shots? And I take a flu shot every year and also a pneumonia shot every year. When I was in them streets, I was taking shots 3 and 4 times a day. And wasn't nobody administering. Yeah, the government is worried about lawsuits, so only RN can do it. Okay, so there's legal reasons. Only RNs can do it. But I heard somewhere that they're allowing people like nurses, not only RN, but RN assistants, and they're allowing people who are like dentists, people who have a medical degrees, they can give it. I mean, some doctors will volunteer some hours to do that. There are other people. You have to take the vaccine every year. That's the part, folks. I ain't heard that, J. Dunn. That is the first time I've heard that, J. Dunn. You have to take the vaccine every year. It'd be one more we have to take. But I mean, we haven't had it around that long, so I guess they're not talking about that yet. Yeah, pharmacy technician can give vaccines. I know that my regular flu shot, I get it over at Safeway. You can get it at Walgreens. Those people are qualified to give a shot. So there are many people who are qualified. A lot of them are already overworked, however. They don't have extra hours. I mean, they're already using them. But if people can volunteer, people, let's say, what about a retired nurse? Could she administer a shot? Somebody said that they're worried about lawsuits, though. There might be something to that, because I know if a doctor sees somebody got hit by a car and he goes and administer medical care to that person, if that person died, they have a lawsuit. They sue him. That's why their health insurance is their malpractice insurance is so high. It's high. It's like a mortgage payment. right? Because they can be so easily sued. That element. But I don't know what's going to happen. Your arm going to fall off because you got a shot. But for those few people who have a reaction to it, I guess maybe that would be a problem. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Then they have, well, I guess those would be regular nurses in schools, though. But we used to get shots in schools as well. I guess they would be nurses that work in the school. Okay, Crown. The vaccine is an experimental drug. It is not safe. What, Crown? What about the millions of people who have taken it? I mean, not only the trials that they had before they improved it, and all of the hoops they had to jump through to get it approved for human consumption. There have been millions of people taking it. There's a million people taking it a day right now. How can it still be considered an experimental drug? It is not safe. That's why there is emergency use order. All right, we'll see, Crown. But we do want to get out of this thing, right? Can we agree on that? May be possible to take the vaccine yearly. Well, it's the first time I've heard about the yearly, but we haven't really discussed, going forward. So they're saying that a vaccine is not a permanent thing. Like weren't smallpox or some shit like that. What were those shots we took when we were kids? That big old scar on you. Wasn't that for a lifetime? So I guess some vaccines could last for a lifetime, and some we have to get a shot every year. So I don't know. Yeah, Nicole Reloaded. So they're definitely working on the healthcare workers, personnel are definitely getting the shots, and also people in long-term facilities. They really that really has to be a priority because those people are actually dying. Right. And I didn't know who was that. I didn't know Larry King was diagnosed with COVID. Larry King died this weekend. He was how old was he? Was he 90? Something like that. I don't know. Larry King, but I didn't know he was diagnosed with COVID right before that. So did he actually die of COVID? So people who are in nursing homes and things like that, they're very susceptible to this thing. So we don't want to bump nobody else out of the way just to get our own selfish ass in there. But I don't know. I think I'm about, because they're at 75, it's probably going to be down to 65, the next round of this. But I don't go anywhere anyway. And I wear a mask and gloves wherever I go. That ain't going to change. Okay, so they're saying they've released studies that this vaccine is effective on the newest strand. Okay. Yeah, I heard the vaccine was effective on the newest strand. And is there one out of Africa that's more potent or something? The vaccine is potent. Yeah, they were fearful because they had two new strains of it. One out of Africa, South Africa, and one out of, I think, Australia or something like that. But the vaccines we're taking right now are effective against them, or somewhat effective against them. They would probably need a booster to make it for that last strand, something like that. It's hard to keep up, people. You got to watch the news all damn day. I can take maybe 2 hours. Now that Trump's gone, I don't even watch it that much. You give him time to catch up. But that was my main interest in the news, was seeing him gone. Polio shot is a lifetime. Okay. Yeah, they had to eradicate polio. Smallpox. That vaccine may keep you out of ICU. Okay, so even if you did get it, more than likely you would not be as sick from it. That would still be a benefit to you, right? Like I said, we have to do what we can do. We can't go in there and cure shit, But we can at least take the damn vaccine. As long as it ain't killing people, we can take it. Then we've done our part. Put the mask on still. I'll still put the mask on though. Oh, Hank Aaron. Okay. Hank Aaron dies 2 weeks after getting the shot. Was it Hank Aaron I'm thinking about instead of Larry King? Gentile killer? Gentile killer? Oh, Lord. Y'all got to do better with the damn name. You a Gentile killer? Gentile, do better. Hank Aaron dies 2 weeks after getting the shot. Shit. It's not going to. Okay. So don't hold me to the Larry King news. Don't get your news from Jabberjaws. That's my old name, Timothy Blaine. Don't get your news here, honey, because it could have been Hank Aaron who died shortly after getting the shot. But he was already sick. He already had corona. That doesn't mean that the vaccine is killing them, right? If you already have it, it would be more likely that the virus killed you, and the vaccine was not able to help you. I still don't know what the effect of this vaccine on people who already have coronavirus, people who are already sick. Now, they approved it to give to people who are on their deathbed in crisis, right? So it must help them. But a vaccine is to prevent you from getting it, right? Like they work on like this PrEP and all this stuff they talk about with HIV. Well, I'm a person who already has HIV, technically AIDS, for 30 years. So a vaccine against HIV is not going to help me. It'll help people who don't have it, right? So all the details are not clear to me. It seems like if they're vaccinating people in hospitals, though, they haven't really talked about the people who are already sick. They talked about all the healthcare workers, and they talked about all the old people who are in nursing homes, but I haven't heard that much reporting on people who are already have coronavirus, who they applied this vaccine to. I don't know. I know they gave Trump something to zap his ass out of it. Mm-hmm. Larry King did die from COVID. You never saw that Hank Aaron got COVID, but he had the shot. Okay. Okay, we don't know the details. Well, you keep turning the channels, you get a different answer on every channel. So think, Uncle Tim. What do you mean think? You better think about what you're trying to do to me. Oh, think. Let's go back, and let's go way back when. I didn't even know you, but didn't do much more than think. I put my own words in. They don't know what you're trying to do. Think what you're doing to me. You better think. Lady Knuckle. Vitamin D is better. I take vitamin D every day. I am vitamin D deficient. HIV drugs deplete you of vitamin D. Now they say they got HIV drugs. You take a shot once a month instead of taking. Although I don't give a shit about taking a pill every day. I mean, I've been taking this shit for 30 years. So whatever the first ones came out, I've been taking it ever since then. So, but people who have money, I guess the shot is very, very expensive. They can take a shot. It's been approved by the CDC once a month. I don't know what the big deal is about taking a pill a day, though. I mean, really, we used to have to take 4 and 5 of them. One pill a day is, I don't see what the big deal is. Welcome, happy Monday. Where's Deanna Irving? I ain't see Deanna Irving. Deanna Irving, you in here? You haven't recorded in a couple of days. Do you guys know we miss you? Yes, Deanna Irving. Hi. We miss you guys when you don't show up. I guess I ain't been on for 4 days. I couldn't think of nothing to talk about. I go in the first thing in the morning, look at my main ones. My main ones will give me the story, honey. Mm-hmm. Larry King. You know what I remember when I think about Larry King? I remember when he had Jermaine Jackson on. And Jermaine Jackson, he had whatever he looked like. He said, "Oh, come on, Larry. Don't do me like that, Larry." He interviewed everybody. I thought it was so cute, though. Mm-hmm. Hey, see that boy? Well, I call him a boy. I'm working people. Piers Brockman. He had some disparaging comment on Twitter about Larry King. He's the one that took Larry King's place after. But Larry King built the show. I mean, how you gonna take on somebody else's show, and then you what did he say? I forget what he said. Some little disparaging mark. That Twitter frustrates me because people they just make one damn line and then we talking about it all over the world. Apparently, him and I don't remember the details now. Larry had some issue after he left the show. Whatever. Yeah. But people get it to be in their 90s and so forth, though. I mean, they have lived their life, right? So, Larry King been 87 since 1986. I tend to think he was when he's in his 90s, but you say 87? Okay. Piers Morgan. Mm-hmm. But they fired your ass too, Piers Morgan. You didn't hold it nowhere near as long as Larry did. Oh, I didn't know that, Linda. Piers Morgan is a ghoul. I like the word ghoul, though. I bet to use that one on some of my adversaries. You fucking ghoul. Hideous monster. Don't be surprised. I'm going to take that one. I ain't heard the word ghoul in a while. That's like a monster, ain't it? It's like the night of the living dead. Thank you, LaSparkle Covington. We all need encouragement. We all need a little encouragement from time to time. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to go over here and first I'll take dog out. Then I'm going to watch me some salt and pepper. Salt and pepper here. Now push it. Dun-dun-dun. Push it real good. The music industry is something else, right? Because people can come on here and we can, depending on how old we are, we'll hear their songs for 3 years. And they'll be like celebrities in our mind for the rest of their lives, right? And a lot of times, that's just something they did for a season. Some of these people, they've had one hit wonders, and they are known for that song for the rest of their life. It's just a fascinating industry. It's music industry. I mean, the people we're talking about now, will anybody be talking about them in 5 years? There are very few that actually make it through. Anyway. Who gonna do a review? Are you talking about somebody else? Are you going to do a review? Not of not of that show. Mm-mm. I'm not interested enough to do You got it, Linda B. Fire monster, you hideous beast. Horrible creature. Where's she at? Ain't nobody been on in a few days. Damn, it's been a dry weekend for YouTubers. I mean, the ladies went at each other for a bit, but it's been pretty dry around here. All right, people, I gotta go take my baby out. Got PP number 1, number 2. No, only number 2 in the evenings. You tried it, sweetie. Ooh. Who has them until they create a nest in their home? What? Like bed bugs. Oh. You don't ever want to get no goddamn bed bugs. I tell you that shit. Baby, when I was moving from them hotels, them old drug hotels, you couldn't have an apartment because you had to keep moving because they're going to tell on your ass by the night, right? So you had to keep moving all these people done laid all over the beds and all that kind of shit. I'll be in there with my sanitizer. You had to move around when you're in that life. I'll push it. Okay, people, thanks for coming in. I appreciate y'all. Later.